6 minutes.
Yeah.
The bulk of those coming from threes. Was that just defensive breakdowns, or were they making
No,
shots?
a lot of it was loose balls. I mean, I think 3 or 4 were one of our things before the game was the team that played the hardest, the longest was going to win the game. It was going to be a close game. I felt that before the game. It turned out to be that. But they made every big shot. Listen, I think the difference right now for them is they just kept trusting. Their ball found anyone. I mean, they swung it to Iguodala twice for threes. They just kept finding the open guy. And some of those were breakdowns. Some of those were good offense on their part. And I thought as much, and I don't do this very often because we scored 117 points. I actually thought it was more of our offense in the second half than it was our defense because I thought, empty possession after empty possession after empty possession gave them better rhythm offensively.
Doc, 2 double-digit leads in the fourth quarter against these guys. How does you get your guys to close this team out down the stretch?
Well, we got to keep working on it. Like I said before the game, I think someone asked, we know we're close, but close isn't good enough. You got to finish the games. But I don't think it started in the fourth quarter. I really don't. I thought right to the end of the second quarter is when we stopped playing with the same force that we played with the first quarter and a half.
Chris Paul made his first 7 shots. Can you talk about his performance?
Yeah, it was nice. I think obviously the rest served him good. He came out extremely aggressive. And that's a good sign for us. I think that's as good as he's looked in a while. So I think overall that's good.
Yeah, Doc, there was no Lance Stevenson. There's some thought that maybe he would, in these situations, he was required to help you in these kind of situations. What was the deal?
Well, he will. Just not right now. I think when Curry got in foul trouble, Bill, I think it changed their rotation where they went big. We assumed they'd go small, which they usually do in the first half. So that took Lance's rotation out. There's nothing right now that he's not doing, but he'll be back.
Does it ever matter how you lose and to avoid being demoralized for a back-to-back? Because the quick turnaround, is that a good thing to get it out of your system?
Well,
right
losing,
away?
period, is tough on a back-to-back, especially when you lose to a tough team and energy and the other team is waiting for you. We've, as coaches, have argued these for 10, 15 years. It'll never change. Our argument is on TV games that last longer. That next night would be nice to be off. But at the end of the day, it's almost impossible to do that. So we just got to have some mental toughness tomorrow. We'll probably deepen our rotation tomorrow and see what we can do.
Doc, that pair of Iguodala threes with about 4 minutes left, you guys had to trap. What happened in the coverage behind
Well,
that trap?
the coverage, it wasn't a broken coverage. We picked our poison, and he made us pay. And he does shoot corner threes extremely well. But we had to live with something. So we lived with that. That was my decision. He made them both.
Well, you talked about going long, possibly tomorrow. Is even sitting Chris a possibility? Is he okay?
I don't know. I haven't asked yet, so we'll see.
Yeah. No, Bill.
Yeah, Doc, I thought there was one critical possession where the ball just went from Blake to Jamal back and forth. Is that what you mean by trusting?
I thought, though, honestly, I thought that's how we played from the end of the second quarter on. I mean, we had a couple of possessions. It's crazy when you're talking about a team who just shot 50% and scored 117 points. But I swear, I probably said it 50 times in the timeouts. Just trust, move it, get the ball from side to side, makes them work harder. It creates fouls, and I thought even some of the shots we made was late second tough shots, and that's an area we still have to improve on, and we're working on it, but we wasn't ready for it tonight.
Doc, they were 17 of 30 from 3. When a team can shoot at that volume, is there a safe lead?
Well, no, but they're good, so there's no safe lead. I feel that way against us. I think, when we're down, we can still come back. But they have the best shooting team in the NBA. We know that. But the threes that they got, a lot of them, again, were, miscommunication on switches. Harrison Barnes, I thought, Curry had 40, but I thought Harrison Barnes changed the game for them in that one little stretch. I thought his effort, he made huge plays, big threes, drives. I thought that stretch was the biggest stretch of the game.
Doc, you talk about the play of Wes Johnson, and it seems like when he comes in, he makes a lot of defensive plays,
Yeah.
a lot of energy. Do you see his role at some point switching to the starter role?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I'm not thinking about who's starting after the game right now. I just love the way Wes is playing. You know, I think he's come so far from the first day when we started. Very proud of him. Great teammate, does everything you asked him to do. He's been really good for us.
JJ hasn't been there in the fourth quarters of these two games against his team. How would he be able to kind of help?
Well, you know, they didn't have guys too. So even though JJ's important and probably important with our execution, and clearly that's the extra guy that our guys would trust. But listen, I didn't think we needed that tonight. I just thought we needed to keep playing the way we were playing earlier.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.